Stealth fighters are the closest thing we have to real-world science fiction. Sleek, angular, and nearly invisible to radar, they redefine what it means to control the skies. For over 2 decades, the F-22 Raptor has held that crown. Designed in the shadow of the Cold War, it was built not just to win dogfights, but to end them before they even began. And then came a challenger, not from NATO, not from the West, but from China. They call it the J-20, a twin-engine stealth jet that looks like something straight out of a Hollywood movie. Bold, black, intimidating, but looks can lie, and in the world of stealth, they often do. So today, we're going deeper, behind the shape, beyond the surface, to ask the question that matters most. Is the J-20 truly a 5th-generation stealth fighter, or just a really good impression of one? Because when it comes to air superiority, you only get one chance to stay hidden. The J-20 didn't just appear out of nowhere. Its development started decades ago, at a time when China was still flying aircraft based on 1950s Soviet designs. In the 1990s, Beijing launched a secret initiative called Project 718. Its goal was simple on paper: build a stealth fighter capable of standing against the best jets in the world. But there was one problem. China had no experience building 5th-generation aircraft, no stealth technology, no domestic engines strong enough to power something that advanced. So they started looking outward. China began buying fighter parts, engines, and entire aircraft from Russia, but that was just the beginning. By the mid-2000s, Western intelligence agencies were raising alarms. Hackers traced back to China had allegedly infiltrated major defense contractors in the US. Among the stolen data were key components of the F-35's and F-22's designs, including avionics, radar layouts, and stealth geometry. And then in 2011, it happened. A prototype jet rolled out of a Chengdu facility and into the air, long and sleek with twin engines and forward canards. The world got its first look at the J-20. Some saw it as a breakthrough, others saw something more familiar, too familiar. The design bore striking resemblance to features seen in both American stealth fighters. It looked like a hybrid between the F-22 and the F-35, but longer, heavier, and built for a different kind of mission. China called it the Mighty Dragon, and it wasn't just meant to fly, it was meant to send a message. When most people hear stealth fighter, they imagine something invisible, a plane that can fly straight into enemy airspace without ever being seen. But stealth doesn't mean invisible, it means hard to see. And the science behind that is a lot more interesting than it sounds. Stealth begins with shape. Every surface on the aircraft is angled just right so that radar waves bounce away instead of returning to the source. Then there's internal weapon storage, because even a single missile hanging under the wing can ruin the stealth profile. Next comes material science. Special radar-absorbing coatings help reduce the signal even further, and infrared masking hides the engine's heat signature from sensors in the sky. The F-22 was designed with all of this in mind from the beginning. That's why its radar cross-section, the thing that determines how visible it is about the size of a golf ball. Even when fully loaded, even at supersonic speeds. The J-20, on the surface, follows the same principles. It has the sharp edges, the internal bays, the coated skin. But when you look closer, there are differences. The engine nozzles are fully exposed. There's no masking system around the exhaust. From the rear, the J-20 lights up on radar and infrared like a flare. And stealth only works if it works from every angle. So while the J-20 might look stealthy from head on, it's what you don't see, or rather what others do, that makes all the difference. So now the question becomes real, not political, not hypothetical, just one machine versus another. How does the J-20 actually compare to the F-22? They're both called 5th-generation fighters. Both promise stealth, speed, and air dominance, and both carry the national identity of the superpowers that built them. But when you look past the surface, they are two very different beasts. Let's start with purpose. The F-22 was built for one reason: absolute air superiority. Its job is to get in, find enemy aircraft, destroy them, and get out before anyone even knows what happened. It's a hunter, and it was born for the kill. The J-20, its mission is a little different. It's designed for long-range engagements. To intercept AWACS, tankers, and other support aircraft, its role is strategic, pushing enemy forces back before the fight even begins. Then comes agility. The F-22 is untouchable in the sky. Thrust vectoring nozzles let it turn mid-air. It can outmaneuver anything else that flies. If you're in a dogfight with a Raptor, you've already lost. The J-20 is bigger. It flies like it. It's not built for tight turns or rapid angles. It's improving, but it's not in the same league. Speed. The F-22 can super cruise, fly faster than sound without afterburners. That saves fuel, reduces heat, and helps keep it hidden. The J-20 still relies on Russian engines, and without afterburners, it can't quite keep up. Now, radar and situational awareness. The F-22's AN APG-77 radar is battle-tested. It blends inputs from multiple sources to create a full 360-degree picture for the pilot. The J-20 uses AESA radar too, but its actual performance is still classified or exaggerated. And then there's weapons. The Raptor carries 6 missiles internally, plus 2 more inside bays for close quarters combat. The J-20 is likely equipped with long-range missiles like the PL-15, and it may outrange the Raptor, but if it's seen first, none of that matters. Finally, experience. The F-22 has flown real missions. It's trained with NATO, deployed across continents. Its systems and tactics have evolved through constant testing. The J-20, still new, still learning, still unproven in combat. So who wins? The faster one? The quieter one? The one with longer range? Or the one that's already been through the fire? Truth is, dogfights aren't decided by specs. They're decided by detection, timing, tactics. And in a real battle, victory isn't measured in numbers, but in who fires first and who never gets seen at all. For all its limitations, the J-20 has some tricks that even the F-22 doesn't. And it starts with range. The J-20 is big, much bigger than the Raptor, but that size gives it one major advantage. Fuel. The J-20 can fly farther. It has the range to patrol deep into the Pacific, to stay in the air longer, and to launch from airfields the F-22 might never reach. Then there's payload. The J-20 is believed to carry larger and more diverse weapons internally, longer range missiles, heavier warheads, and China is working on a next-gen air-to-air missile that could potentially outrange anything the Raptor carries. In a long-range standoff that could tilt the balance. Next, data. The J-20 is designed to operate in a highly connected environment. China's military strategy leans heavily on integration, drones, satellites, early warning systems, all feeding into one shared picture. In theory, that gives the J-20 access to more real-time battlefield data than any single pilot could manage alone. It's part of a larger doctrine shift, from aircraft as isolated hunters to networked assets in a swarm. And then there's intimidation. The J-20 is a psychological weapon. It's flown near Taiwan, it's patrolled the South China Sea, and each time it sends a message: we're here, we're watching, and we're getting better. So while it might not out-dogfight a Raptor, and it might not match it in stealth, the J-20 was never trying to be an exact copy. It's a tool for a different strategy, one based on reach, scale, and disruption. And if you underestimate that, you're not just wrong, you're late. The truth is, we don't yet know what the J-20 is fully capable of, and maybe that's the point. Because stealth isn't just about hiding from radar, it's also about hiding intent. Is the J-20 a precision-engineered weapon ready to challenge the West in air combat? Or is it a symbol, designed more to impress than to fight? The F-22, on the other hand, has nothing left to prove. It was built for war, and it's trained for it ever since. But wars aren't fought by jets alone. They're fought by systems, by economies, by decisions made long before the first missile ever leaves the rail. So maybe this isn't a story about who wins in a dogfight. Maybe it's about how air power shapes the world we live in. And as China continues to invest, expand, and innovate, the J-20 will keep flying, not just above contested waters, but inside the minds of rival pilots, planners, and presidents. Because sometimes, a shadow is all it takes to change how a battlefield moves.